Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xochitl. If you are new here, do not forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with some more new videos. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back. I am barefaced because I kind of wanted to do a chit chat get ready with me. I do have some, like 2 new products, or 2 other ones, but you would have seen a review on them. Just wanted to play with some makeup, try something not too crazy new, but just play with some makeup and a chat. I actually have the new Maybelline, the matte bar, their new eyeshadow palette, and these are all mattes. First impressions, like on the colors, if I can open this, I hate the tape so much. Right off the bat, it looks very, very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, at least the matte colors, which I'll show you in a bit. Do those colors not look very, very similar? This palette I picked up at Ulta. I think it was about maybe like $12, $13. I'll put the actual price down in the description bar, but very, very similar shades. I was like, you know what, let's see what Maybelline has. This is another palette. I've tried their Lemonade Craze one, I've tried their Soda Pop one, and I feel like each time their formula gets a little bit better. I've been playing with this. I kind of like just quickly put something together yesterday, and the pigmentation blendability is pretty nice. So I was like, okay, I just did like 3 like simple like nude shade colors. Kind of want to play with it. I'm going to go ahead and take the MILANI Conceal and Perfect Concealer and just kind of use that as my base. And I'm also going to be using in this video the MILANI Conceal and Perfect Foundation Stick, which if you guys have not seen my full-on review for it, this is going to be the makeup look that I'm going to do to finish it off. I should have finished it yesterday, but we'll get into that in a bit. But I actually did really like this as a base. I didn't think it was too like hydrating dewy where it'll kind of like crease on my eyes, and I like the pigmentation. So to set my eyes, I'm gonna go with this shade. I think if like the colors are back to back, it might be Landmark or 1915. I don't know, you know, sometimes we have the color guide in the back, I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and just set my eyes with that kind of like nude shade. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this middle, this one I do know, it should be Grit. And I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk fluffy brush, my 109 brush. They don't sell this one anymore. Sonia Kashuk did come out with like, they revamped their brush line. So I've got to try some of their new brushes, but I really like these. This is like the $3 fluffy brush, like totally worth it. I'm just going to go ahead and use that as my base shade, which that's pretty pigmented. I'm gonna do one eye just to save some time, and then I'll do the other one off camera because ain't nobody got time. I'm trying to make it to the gym. It's already, what time is it? It's already 2:19 p.m. on a Sunday. I should have gotten up earlier just to kind of get it over with, but I was a little bit hungover, so oops. It was wine night-ish hangout, junk food, so I wanted to sleep off the wine as opposed to have it come back up the other way. So that was the strategy for today. Next, I'm going to take this kind of like orangish shade. I believe it's called Groundbreaker. And I'm going to go ahead and add this into my crease with a Morphe, what do you call it? M433 brush. I'm actually pretty impressed by the pigmentation of these. I feel like if you wanted to make them even brighter, you can go in with the white base, but I feel like this is already kind of an improvement from the Lemonade palette, whereas that one I was like, oh, I need a kind of white base to kind of make those colors pop so you can see them. I did mention that in that tutorial, and I'll link it down below. And then when they came out with the Soda Pop palette, I feel like those colors were even better. Like I definitely didn't need a white base. Like on their own, those were pretty good. And then I feel like this one even better. At least like they're matte shades. I feel like matte shades can be kind of difficult, especially for like drugstore, to like really get right. I think you can get a good shimmer, but it's hard to get a matte. So I think if you're someone who really loves mattes, I think you'll like this one. It's okay. Gonna go back into the palette with this shade Flat Iron. It's just like a nice, kind of got like some burgundy brown, like a red brown. Ooh. And I'm gonna take another Morphe M433 brush. It's got like, ooh, that's like a beautiful red brown shade. Like this one's really, really pigmented. I like this one. We're just gonna stick this. This would be a really great like all over kind of lid shade. Totally could have done that. And then we're just gonna blend it out and blend it in a little bit more into like that orange shade. And don't worry if it gets a little bit on the lid. You can totally do this all over the lid, but I kind of want to cut and carve out that crease or that lid space and then just do like a nice nudie shade right on there. Nothing innovative. I just kind of wanted to play with this palette a little bit. I saw on Ulta's website, I think Makeup Revolution came out with a cut the crease type of like concealer, like special product, but I was like, I see what you're doing, but why don't you just use a concealer and a brush, unless, I don't know, for some reason it has like a special brush for it. I don't know. I feel like it's maybe a little bit gimmicky. I feel like sometimes, I don't know, makeup products just go with the gimmicky. Took a little bit of that MILANI concealer and we're just gonna carve out my lid. I think the shades are opposite because like this, if it's correlating with the back, it's supposed to be Brick House, but it would make sense that this red one is Brick House. So then I think this one is Flat Iron. I'm so confused. Probably Flat Iron, and I'm gonna add this to my lid where I carved out. And we're just gonna pat it on there. See how bright it is. It's okay. I feel like I really have to like build this up actually to like really see it. I'm not impressed. It's okay. I feel like I just have to use more, like kind of dig in there and really pat that in. Gonna go back in with a little bit of that red shade. I'm just kind of gonna blend that in with my lid shade, just so it's not a harsh line, which I like that. Oh, I like that red shade. It's really nice. I think that's Brick House. Just gonna take a little bit of that orange shade and blend that in as well. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my other eye and I'll be right back. I'll probably put on liner and lashes. I'll think about it. I'll let you know. Let me finish my other eye. Just to save some time, I did my other eye off camera and then I used my NYX matte liquid liner to do my wing liner and added my Ardell wispy lashes. I've primed my face. I'm just trying to save you guys some time here. And I use the L'Oreal Glow Lock primer mentioned in my 2018 best of makeup favorites, most used. I love it so much and it's hydrating, so especially because the foundation I'm going to use is the MILANI Conceal and Perfect, their new stick foundation. I have mine in the shade 220 Creamy and Natural, and I should have just uploaded the full-on review and demo of this foundation. This is a matte finish. I have dry skin, so it's honestly not my favorite. I don't think it's a bad foundation. I think it's just not meant for my skin type. Oily skin, I think you're really gonna like this. Dry skin, especially now in the winter time, I think it's a pass, basically. But I mean, that's fine because MILANI has also already created, they had created my favorite foundation, which is the liquid version of the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. So I ain't mad because I was like, they already, you know, kind of cater to me. I'm good. So now they have another option. So it just depends on your preference. If maybe you had oily skin and you felt like the liquid version of Conceal and Perfect was a little bit too luminous for you, then I think the stick foundation you're really gonna love. But right now, especially in the winter time with my dry skin, it's not a match for me. Not every foundation is gonna work for me. It's like my favorite foundations, very dewy formulas, people with oily skin are not gonna love it. So a lot of times foundation, it's just like, you know what, it's just not for my skin type of a deal. And this is just one of those. It's like not for my skin type. Can't win them all. There are some foundations where I'll say they're maybe the formula is just god awful. Like, what are you doing? You feel like no skin types, you know, can kind of wear this. But this is definitely just one of the ones. Preference on finish, and then how well it's gonna mesh with your skin. I'm going ahead and blending this out with my what do you call this, Wet n Wild stippling brush. One of my favorite stippling brush, especially for stick foundations. I feel like it really meshes and blends the product in the best. Some other ones that I've used, but I think this one is definitely my favorite. And I don't know why, I felt like at first when I swatched the foundation stick, I thought it was gonna be a little bit too light, but I think this is a pretty good color. So that's one layer of the foundation. Let's do another. And especially around my nose. And I don't want to go too much underneath my eyes because I'm going to use the MILANI Conceal Perfect Concealer. And I don't want it to mesh too much of the foundation. Or the matteness of the foundation kind of make that look a little bit too matte. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the MILANI Conceal and Perfect Foundation. They're a long wear concealer. I have mine in the shade 125 Light Natural. I'm going to go ahead. Also, I thought this was going to be too light, but I think this is a good color. Ooh, it's so creamy. This feels really like hydrating. I've also tried, what is it? The Retouch and Erase Concealer, which I also really like for something a little bit of light coverage for MILANI. That one's definitely a favorite of mine to combine more so with like a color corrector. For those of you like me who have dark circles, and it's so light that it's not going to make you crease underneath your eyes. I'm just going to blend this out with my beauty blender. And this blends out so easily. Once again, if you guys want to see a full-on review and demo of this concealer and the foundation, I'm going to link that down below because I know I'm always excited when MILANI comes out with new makeup releases. Oh, I freaking love MILANI. What was I going to say? And I just did lip swatches of their new AMORE Satin Matte lipsticks. I love their AMORE Matte lip creams. And they came out with a satin matte version, which I'm in love with those colors. Like, they're going to be in my next favorites. Just so you know. The colors, they have so many beautiful colors. So I have lip swatches. I think I got almost all of them. I think it was like 8 out of 12. So you guys want to see those, you definitely should. I'll link that video down below because when they come in stores, you need to grab them because they're freaking amazing. I'm going to go ahead and take my NYX HD setting powder and I'm just going to go ahead and set my concealer underneath my eyes. Going to go ahead and quickly do my brows and I'll be right back. Got the brows on, looking much better. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the Maybelline Matte Bar Palette and I'm going to finish up just underneath my eyes. So I'm just going to take that orange shade and I'm just going to run that on my lower lash line. Ooh. Like, that's nice and pigmented. And I'm using a pencil brush, and this one, if I can see, wow, this I believe is the Sigma pencil brush. Like, this is, I bought this when I first started with like my makeup kit and like really investing in makeup brushes, which honestly Sigma, like I need to get back into Sigma. We'll fix that. But they were definitely like the first like brushes. Like, I couldn't afford MAC brushes, hell no. So Sigma was a great alternative with great quality. I feel like their lasting power is just amazing. Like, when did I start? I feel like whenever it was, at least since 2014, maybe like 2013 or 2012, when I first started doing makeup, this is when I bought that brush. And I feel like the points on it is still like really good. It's sturdy. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Morphe brushes. I feel like they're very affordable. I love that they're ultimate. I can pick them up and I can get like multiples, but I feel like maybe the lasting power is not as great as Sigma. The quality of Sigma I think is just even better, the way they're made, the brush in general, and I feel like even like the metal parts sticking to the handle, you know, stuff like that. Like, that makes a huge difference. Like, I've washed this, I've used it so many times, and that point is still good. So I need to go ahead and buy Sigma again. They have them in Nordstrom's, I know, and then they also have them at Rally Rose, so I can like swatch them, or like not swatch them, but like feel them in stores and just pick one up type of a deal. So I definitely need to get back on the Sigma game because I do love their brushes. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Milani Prep Set and Glow Powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and just lightly set my face. And this is a Crown brush, dual fiber brush. I feel like Crown, Morphe, any other, like, what is it, Black Label, private label company, same brushes, different names, different logo on them. So if you want to save even more money, I think Crown Brushes has some pretty good brushes too. I picked up one of the new, I don't know how new, because I feel like I saw these before. I don't know what's new, what's different. I picked up the new, it says it's new at Walgreens, the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. I picked up mine in the shade Sunset Strip Tease. They had like I think 2 other shades. One was shimmery, so I was like no. And then the other one was very, very orange. So I was like no thank you. So I picked up this one, kind of had a little bit of coolness to it. I love, love, love. If you guys haven't caught on, if you've been watching my videos, mentioned it in my best, most used, favorites highlight and contour duo, which is actually from Wet n Wild, $5, and that one is their Mega Glow contouring palette. I love it so much, but I was like, you know, let's check out a bronzer. It's gonna be similar to like just like that kind of bronzer shade. You get a little bit more, also $5, but if you want just a bronze shade, they have this option. So this is actually the first time I'm using it. Okay, so I'm like, all right, let's use another brush, give it a fair shot. And actually this is a Sigma brush, another favorite. This is the Sigma F40 brush. So I love this. You can use this for blush or especially bronzer. I love how it's like angle kind of cups a cheek. This, my dog, when he got into my makeup, chewed it, but it withstood the bite of a husky, and hey, still works. Just that bottom, it's like, oh, we're just gonna hold it like that type of video. So we're gonna go ahead and use this brush. That's how good it is. Like, yeah, my dog went into my makeup, but look, still standing. I'm gonna go ahead. Ooh. That I used too much. Don't worry if you went too low on a... It looks a lot darker in the pan, I feel like, then it will come off on your face. I feel like I thought it was going to be maybe way too dark, but it's really pigmented, so be careful. Don't worry, we're going to clean up around the face. I do like the color. That, especially like on this foundation I'm wearing right now, where I'm like, not my favorite, that blends out beautifully. Like, that's nice. Or at least this shade, because I did have a shimmery one, which I'm just like, oh, how I like that, if I'm gonna like that, how that's gonna go. $5 bronzer, if you just want a bronzer. So what we're gonna do, because I was very messy with this, I'm gonna go ahead and take my NYX HD finishing powder. Just gonna clean up underneath and carve out. And you can do this with a loose setting powder too, but this was here and it works. So we're just gonna let that rest while we put on our blush and highlight. Surprise, surprise, guess which blush I'm using. Flower Beauty. It's got the orange, so it goes with my eye look. I love this. Peach Primrose. You are snoozing if you have not picked this up yet. For my highlight, I figured I would whip out my MILANI Strobe Light in the shade 02 Day Glow. Also snoozing if you haven't picked up this highlight. Ooh, love it. Ooh, girl. I say with my white Santa beard on. Gonna go ahead and clean up and blend out my face. No additional product. If you want more coverage, you totally can, but I'm just blending. I'll put on an appropriate shirt. I'm gonna set my face with my Max Fix Plus, and I'm gonna change, and I'll put on my lipstick and kind of blend in my falsies with my real lashes. Decided to keep it chill with the sweater, but kind of, you know, comb my hair a little bit. I wanted to go in with the MILANI Matte Satin Amore lip cream in the shade Indulge. I love this shade. I didn't think I'd like something because it's kind of like terracotta-y, like orange. Usually not my shade, but this is like a beautiful, like neutral, like orangey type shade that I think a lot of different skin tones are gonna love. Like, I was surprised like how much I love this shade. Also love this formula so much. So that is a completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just to talk about the 2 new products that I use. The Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. I will say I feel like it's a lighter than it looks in the pan. So if you feel like it might be too dark, it's actually, I think, a good color match for like my skin tone. You could probably build it up a little bit more, but I like this one. It wasn't shimmery, it wasn't too orange. Kind of had a little bit hint of coolness to it, which is why I liked it. the Maybelline the Matte Bar Eyeshadow Palette. I liked it. I think as a dupe-ish for like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance, I think I still prefer the Wet n Wild, their like Rose in the Air shade. I'll link that video down below for that kind of a dupe for it, I think, and that was like $5 eyeshadow palette, where it's just like double the price. So it was like even cheaper, and if I want that Anastasia, I like that formula a little bit better. I still like this for an all matte palette from the drugstore. I think they did a pretty good job, so if you pick it up, I think it's like worth a try. I would definitely maybe even want to use maybe a brighter type of eyeshadow base to see if that works a little bit better, but I was able to get something simple and easy with this eyeshadow look. If you love the colors, I think you'll actually really like this palette. It's not my absolute favorite. I feel like I have some other ones, but I think it's worth a shot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out my full-on review and demo for the MILANI Conceal and Perfect Their Stick Foundation and Concealer. I'll link that down below for you guys. But let me know if you guys want to see some more videos like these in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.